Hey, Gobox here. So, Team of the Week is fully revealed. We saw the cards last night. Check out that video, The Market Monday. We also broke down some Halloween stuff, content. Not Halloween content, sorry. How to prepare for Most Feared Part 2 content. And I'm going to go through Team of the Week. I also want to do a meta fill-in, or like a kind of like a meta overview at the moment, how the online gameplay is going, what we're seeing online. Of course, let me know in the comment section what you guys are seeing, what you're struggling with. If it's that bad, I can do a video breaking it down and beating that stuff. Of course, if you're having trouble playing the game, I have signed with Madden Academy, the Madden Academy. You can use code GUTFOX. Check out the website for like courses on there. But anyways, TJ Watt has got a card, a +1 basically, right? This card is not going to see the field, but his power-up's getting a +1, so that's really nice. We got Darrell Henderson Jr. right here, 81 overall also. KJ Osborne. I mean, these guys are basically kind of like, you know, more team depth pack filler type of stuff to go into sets. So it is what it is. CD Lamb got a card in 88 overall. So Cowboys fans, you know, the free card that you could get out of the Team of the weeks to week, CD Lamb is one of them. Not terrible. Not great. On a, you know, a Cowboys theme team powered up, 95 speed is definitely relevant right now, as those are kind of like, you know, people are running like Andre Johnson 94 speed, me being one of them, Chase Claypool 95. So there it is. And then like a kicker, right? It's really cool that they're giving out like a kicker for free to everybody with 90 kick power. I'm not sure if Mr. right here gets any of the special kicker abilities. It might be a problem, right? I don't know, but it is a Matthew right here, so I actually don't know if he gets the abilities. I did not watch GMM if he went over that. I just kind of saw these things. Vernon Butler, 93 overall. These are the cards that we saw yesterday. Jonathan Taylor, Vernon Davis. We got a couple of Vernons and Lombardi. So those are your Team of the Week. The totality of the Team of the Week that are coming later this afternoon. I'll be on stream over on twitch.tv/gutfox. You guys can check me out right there for, you know, Team of the Week. We'll be going through it. I won't be doing a YouTube video because I'm just be doing it over on twitch.tv, all the fun stuff with Team of the Week. But let's go through the meta. And I've seen a lot more of this lately, especially since, you know, Henry launched. And I feel like it's unfortunate, but a little bit of the online gameplay is switching back to run-focused offense. Now, offense itself has probably been in the easiest spot that it's, you know, been in, I don't know, for a while, since Madden 18 pre-patch, when they, you know, completely like mega buff zones with 91 zone, and they just reacted like, you know, superhuman psychic geniuses. Balls behind their head, they knew that they were going. They knew where the ball was going before it even released on the quarterback's arm. That kind of stuff from Madden 18, but that's where it went. And in Madden, it's shifting to a run-focused game, because not really run-focused. A lot of people are starting to run the ball because it is easy, right? It's brainless, and it gets positive yards, controls the clock. You can kind of like dictate the tempo of the game. So there's all that bonuses to the run. There's not many fumbles. You can fumble once in a while, but I fumble mostly with receivers and quarterbacks. I don't know if I've fumbled a single time with a running back this year. No, I definitely fumbled a running back. No, so it is possible, but a lot of people are running on conservative, and, you know, fumbling with a quarterback on conservative is really hard. So running back, even much so. But what are people running? Now, this is in the 49ers. What I'm seeing people run a lot is like I form. Like, obviously stretch is very powerful still, right? Powers are really good too. So the stretch, especially the lookies and the RPOs, because they freeze the linebackers really well. So you can get around the edge where like the middle linebacker doesn't really react to the edge play. Like sometimes they'll go the opposite way on a lot of runs. It's super frustrating. So that we got powers that we see a lot, and not necessarily out of I form. Even we see a lot of single back wing pair. I see this stretch inside zone. This one doesn't have a dive. I wonder if there's another playbook with dive in it, but there's a lot of playbooks with single back wing pair that you can use this stretch. And then like if they pass, because you have to go to stop the run in Madden, it's very frustrating. You got to go to man coverage a lot of times, or else zones for some reason don't play the run fits, even though run fits were put in this game a few years ago. So the run fits still are trash. So they'll play like a stretch dive, and then if you have to be in man coverage, they can just run a lot of man beating routes, right? This route beats man. This route toasts man. This route does decent against man. A little less reliable here. Wheel routes are inconsistent. You need a little bit more speed for wheel routes to beat man, but wheel routes do beat man this year. So overall, there's a lot of things that are, you know, basically once you have to focus on stopping the run game, if they're getting positive yardage, they're ripping off like 4 or 5 plus play, especially with Derrick Henry falling 3 yards forward unless you deliver 2 men to the ball carrier. Then basically the entire offense open up. So you start running crossers from either way, deep post patterns, because you got to bring your safety into the box and, you know, basically man them up or put them in a different zone, a quarterback spy to get them to play the run better. So overall, like, I'm seeing a lot of the online gameplay shift to under center runs and stuff like that. I think shotgun runs are okay, only against certain formations, right? Like the 2-4-5 odd. And you guys might be asking yourself, oh, why did it switch to run? It's a confluence of things, right? We found more blitzes, right? With 2-4-5 odd. You saw me put that ebook out there a while ago. That's really catch on quite a bit. A lot of people running that. 55 wide is still okay. You see some pros still running 55 wide. It's still good. You can still get a guy off the edge free at 55 wide. They tried to nerf it. It's still pretty solid. I do see a little bit of 2-4-5 normal, just a straight pass rush. For some reason, 2-4-5 normal and some of those nickel packages get a pretty decent pass rush, just like rushing it normal. But in those pass rushes, you also have a pretty decent, like, you know, you can really like blitz guys through the A gap pretty well. A user blitz off the edge gets home pretty quickly too. So you can really you know, manipulate the offensive line out of 2-4-5s and nickel normals and that kind of stuff pretty well. And the other thing that we're seeing online defensively, I'll go back to offense in a second, is the emergence of the dollar formation. I'm seeing a little bit more dollar online. Basically, it seems like it's harder to weak box it. And it's something that got weak box before, and weak box randomly, sometimes by even 3 wide receiver sets. So dollar with the ability to get off the edge there has been powerful since like 17. That was crazy. Was it 16 that was pretty meta? No, 17 we really saw. 16 dollar was big into, but 17 was a huge part of the meta. That nickel blitz. Then they eliminated crossman, and then 18, I think dollar, we saw a little bit of it. Then they tried to stop the ability of dollar to, you know, stop the run. So basically, what my suggestion is, if you run into somebody running dollar a lot, and you're not down, like if you're down by like 2 or 3 scores against dollar, you pass the ball or quit the game at that point, right? But otherwise, it's not a bad idea to see if you can't weak box it still. Basically, by going into like a trips or a bunch formation, subbing in a running back for a wide receiver in those formations, and then basically audibling down to I form, right? Or subbing in a tight end and audible down to like a 2 tight end set under center and then run the ball. Because like I do that out of the Pats book when I see somebody going dollar against me, come out and trips tight end, and then I sub in an extra running back, and then I just audible down to like an I form pro. Then I'll just run like, you know, a halfback ISO, or, you know, you can put stuff in your audibles and stuff too. Tights, I generally don't audible down the tight, actually, because there's 2 tight ends, 2 running backs. I guess you could throw in another tight end instead of a receiver, but that's an option. Try and weak box them still by audibling down, and then if they stay in it, then you can just keep running the ball. If you can maintain your discipline and not get bored running the ball every play. I don't get it. I don't get how people just run the ball every play in online Madden. It's just so boring to me. But some people only care about winning, and you know what? That's their prerogative. All right, on offense, we still see gun bunch. I don't have to go over gun bunch and the craziness that is, you know, gun bunch in this game. We could go through a little bit of it, I guess, right? Clear out FL in is incredibly powerful. I think this is a 1-play beater against cover 3 if you just put this guy on a corner route. This route like gets under a deep third for some reason. Deep halves don't cover it. I play it like I try and play it with like a cover 6 and have a quarter zone there, but this still sometimes beat the quarter zone too. So this is really powerful. Bunch trailer, the great post pattern corner route. You know, bench pivot for that delicate place on the sidelines, and you have a deep in route, which are very good this year. Flood, same thing with a different, you know, destination. This is great against man coverage. So like the corner routes, if they have zone drops to stop the bench pivot, then you throw like the flood out there and you get underneath the zone drop. So mesh post is great. You out route that guy, throw to that guy. You can like, you know, hitch the middle receiver, and you can like look for hitch, flat, post pattern combo. Almost impossible to stop when you set up. Then obviously, when in doubt, forward it out. So bunch, I see obviously gun bunch tight end in the Seahawks playbook when they audible back and forth between bunch and bunch tight end. That's mega powerful. You see out of the Seahawks, basically, especially on old gen tight end delay fades are as powerful as ever, and it's awful. I'm sorry, old gen. And that's why I wanted to go back to old gen, but the first game I played was against somebody running tight end delay fades. I'm like, nah, I'm good. If you can't man them up, nah, I'm good, right? If I can't take them away with a simple adjustment, I'm good. I'll go and deal with the frustration of the next gen, because old gen, I think they purposely make it bad. I think they purposely make it bad to keep pushing us to next gen. I will see. I have seen a little bit of an emergence, and to be fair, it's been a little bit since I've seen the emergence. Pats, not necessarily even trips tight end, which I've seen a little bit of, but like this A slot offset's always big at the beginning of the year. A slot offset's big, but not that. I'm looking for Y off trips Pats. I see Y off trips Pats a lot more than I thought I would. Basically the ability of so many unique routes to get somewhere sensitive. This position being like a slot, so you can go like the corners, the post with slot apprentice. Really nice. Curl flats are nice. You see a bunch of this scat in online play. This route gets to a sensitive spot against a lot of zones and stuff for what people do against you, basically with a, you know, throw it there if you're double Mabeling, because the running back, like the stutter curl seam, this running back route out of so many of these like deep tight end deep out is like uncoverable by man coverage. It's uncoverable by anything except for like, you know, flat routes set at like 0s or 5s. But like if you set like a purple at 5, they'll just throw it at the edge of the field. If you set like a hard flat at 0 or 5, they play it at, well, if you don't even set it, right? Hard flats play it a little bit better now after the patch. But like if you set your zone drops to stop it, they can still set it really early. And so it's kind of like Dan if you do, Dan if you don't. The Y option wheel, this wheel route gets to a really sensitive spot against zone 2. It's really nice. It's like the same as the wheel. It's a little bit worse than the wheel and mesh post and gun bunch that I called out, but it's not a bad wheel option at all. So overall, the meta, we're seeing a ton of this stuff online. Y off trips Pats. I found most success, no matter what defense I'm running against this, just baseline. Have your team on baseline, and that way they have to make post-snap reads. Like, when you can make a pre-snap read, you can kind of understand what the defense is going to do and where they're going to go. So what you try to do against this formation is confuse them as much as possible. Make them make post-snap reads, because that extra second or two of hesitation, that's sometimes enough to get a pass rush through, and sometimes enough to get a stop for the drive. Otherwise, very powerful. Best of luck fighting this one off. And a lot of other tight. A gun tight is incredibly powerful. Gun tight is... I want to fight gun tight sometimes, because, here, I'll show it to you. I think, do the Niners have a decent gun tight? We can go back to 49ers book. Is tight here? Yeah, I just realized it. Yeah, so tight. And the routes like this drive corner, but there's like another gun tight with a better one. Might be out of Rams or something. But there's like better gun tights here. I want to see where better gun tight is. Nah, this one's okay. Take a look at Bills. Maybe gun tight's not the exact one I'm looking for. Yeah, maybe it is the Rams one. But anyways, they get to a really sensitive spot in the coverage. They get so deep. But that I see a little bit also. Anyways, that's the meta. That's the team of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please put a like on it. Again, let me know what you guys are facing in the comment section below. Go to Rock Bottom if you want any coins. Use code GutFox for 10% off there for your coin needs. Please, if you don't use code GutFox, I cry. I cry at night a lot every time that happens. So please check it out. There it is. Good luck, your free 88 overall kicker for doing Team of the Week solos. I love it. Love you guys. Take it easy. I'll see ya tomorrow.